Hi, welcome to your channel. This is Starseeds Revolution 1111, and welcome. This is Vinod here. Um, so here today I am the next in the series of videos which I wanted to publish was the transformation steps there on a few techniques that you can follow, and in that sequence of videos I'm just giving the next one which you can follow is one of the most important thing in life is self-love. So what is what is self-love? uh, Self-love is how many of us do you look at the mirror and look at your body and are happy about your body? You look at your body and feel your body, your whatever. As a person, do you feel good? Looking at your body, do you love it? Do you feel good about it, or do you feel like I hate this, I hate that? Oh no, you're like this. You start like, are there like more negative thoughts that comes through, or there are positive? What is louder? Which is the loudest one? There is something that you just observe that. Okay, first thing you observe that. So the more I would like to give an example personally so that you all understand from where I came from and where I am at this point of time. From childhood, I was born and brought up in a family where we were very orthodox in terms of though we educated and out there, well learned, I mean, educated parents and everybody, but our culture and religion wise, we had this we have been taught that we were supposed to give love to others, like show and be kind and loving to others, and we were never ever taught that we should love ourselves. Okay, so I didn't really know what that meant till last year, when I really learned what it was. So I've never loved in the sense I was a person who criticizes a lot about myself. I never felt good about myself, being in my own skin, everything. I just maybe outside I was trying to put up a show that I liked. I was like this, that, because people, because I am a kind person. I was doing everything for others, more towards others, to gain their what to say, appreciation from them, or their acknowledgement, or their attention from them. So I was constantly seeking attention from outside. I hope you can relate from what I'm telling is, what we do is we try to see whether we are a good person or not from others. We try to see whether the others like us or not, whether I am looking good or not, because we can't look at ourselves, we don't look at ourselves, because we are in such a state of mind that we feel we are just so bad that we need constant approval from outside, because that's how we feel that they can acknowledge, because we feel we are a terrible person. This is, I'm saying, the worst case of it. Okay, I'm saying I was in that space. I didn't know exactly, but this is what I was unconsciously doing it. Okay, so if you are also, so that's why I'm saying, just do that test of looking at self in the mirror and look at yourself and see what, just calm yourself. I mean, just focus on what kind of thought comes into your mind. Is it that oh God, don't look at your hair, look at your face, you're like this, look at your hair, look at your thing, oh, I don't look good, I don't look good, this one is not good, my face is not like this, my body is not like this, my arms are not like this, and legs are not there, I mean, I'm just like this. Is that negative talk is more or is there a positive talk saying, you look good, you look fresh, you look really nice, wonderful, and things? What talks come through? And do you feel there is a more positivity, or there's more negative self-talk is there? Okay, so that's something. So as I was telling, I had this negative was the biggest voice, and the positive might be a small voice, is just whispering, I think. So then, so I was in that state, and I didn't really realize that. I thought this is how we all we criticize ourselves at any cost, but if others acknowledge, we either even don't know how to accept a compliment. We feel, it's okay, and don't know, because we feel also, do we deserve that compliment or not, because we don't feel that worthy of anything. And then what happens, we start seeking things from outside, validation from outside, and try to be the good person, try to please each and everyone, whoever comes, to ensure that they are happy, so that we get that acknowledgement that they say yes, you're great, you're superb, you're doing all this. So we just crave for that attention, or that one one word of like, okay, acknowledging our effort. Okay, so this is what I was constantly going through, and finally, where it landed me, I was pleasing all in all, like even from the point where I was pleasing my parents, my siblings, my sister, everyone to, and unknowingly I was trained that way, that I thought, if I have to be happy, I have to make others around me happy, so that they all will praise me and make me happy. Oh, and you think the effort it takes. And no, this is just in your family, in your house. And when your relatives comes, I was doing the same. Then in your, I mean, if it is a school or if it is a college, your teachers, your friends, same thing. I was trying to be nicer and good at any cost. I was trying to be, though you have your moment of anger and things will come, but most of them, I was known as the most patient guy, the guy who was very kind, who was very soft spoken, everything. Yes, I was true, all that, but then there's a part of me, I was just giving it out to them to make them happy. Whether they were good to me or not, I have no idea. Whether they gave back the kind of kindness, or the amount of attention, the way I've treated them, whether they've treated me back the same way, I wasn't paying that much attention, but I knew, but I still earned a good amount of people. It didn't go wrong. But then what I was doing is like, even at my own cost, I used to sometimes please the others. Okay, and I would think, okay, that is the first thing, we have to take care of the others before we take care of ourselves. This was the concept that I kind of understood and learned from my family, or my environment where I was living, and even from I picked up mostly. So mostly it is within the family circle you kind of learn this, because that's where your initial influence comes into picture, right? Like how your parents behave is what you try to take on when you're from, as soon as you're born till a certain age of time, where you learn everything about your family. So that is the age from 0 to 7 is the age where you're like literally like a sponge. Your subconscious is like everything, or you learn so fast. There's no filter or anything at that point of time. Your ego is not built at that point of time till 7 years. So what happens, all whatever you see, you just it's like a sponge. It absorbs like a water poured into a sponge. It just takes in full and completely absorbs that, right? That we take all that into us. So that's how we develop quickly to understand our circumstances and to learn so many different things, rules and regulations, or the culture, really how we have to adapt to ourselves. That's how the babies learn so quickly within the 0 to 7 years. So that's where most of our subconscious mind is programming, all is done. Okay. So if you see, that is what replays most of the time. When the ego is developed, you start looking at what is the previous, how would our parents have done this. It goes into that programming and says, okay, this is how they treat. Yes, you have to take care of them. You have to take care of them. You have to please them. You have to be like this. So that's the program it goes back and refers to and brings before. So if you see how important is that 0 to 7 years of your child's life is so crucial, that what it learns, what it takes from the environment. We don't know whether it is the good things or bad things. It just takes in everything, and that's how your personality develops. Okay, when your ego builds, so the ego is is a way that it is a coping mechanism for you to live a life, like to protective life, right? Like you go out in the world, you grow, and you have to become. So you build an ego on top of that to protect yourself. So the ego will use this, whatever the known behavior from previous thing, and to reflect it in the future. And if not, you learn new behaviors, and that's when the filter comes, when your mind starts thinking whether it is me or should I take it or not, and then you have filter to do. Until then, there's no filter. It's just like both. So whatever your parents do in front of you is all taken in, or your surroundings, whatever you learn, you are doing this, don't do this, that's what everything. It's all goes into subconscious. Okay. So then that comes in your future, whenever we eventually come across in our life, when teenage or later on in our life, we suddenly see the pattern emerging where we we kind of reflect some things from our parents, or even hereditary things would come in, right? Like you would have traits of your parents or your uncle, your grandparents might, all that comes through bloodline. Like this is what, just all the information is gets into your subconscious by then. Okay, this 7 years of your life, it's all done. Pretty much you programmed very well to adapt to your environment. Okay, but that's where we go wrong completely. So completely means, I'm saying, not saying everybody goes wrong, but at least majority of us are having this problem. We don't understand this particular importance of that particular 0 to 7 years of your baby's age. If you're a parent, please make a note of it. For example, if you fight in front of your kid, the kid might take it in a sense that, okay, there's something wrong, that is because of me. Okay, so there are different ways of interpreting that, but they just take that, they take it and store it inside, and they take that information that they can fight. If a parent is abusive, they can take it and store it, saying it is normal, it can be abused. They can feel like, okay, father it's mother, mother it's whatever. They learn, okay, then they are allowed, okay, male can like, so they'll start liking the masculine figure or feminine. They hate or like, it depends on how, what all they learn in the environment. That's why the environment in which you expose your babies to should be so good that it can live in a healthy life later on. Okay, so the more it gets exposed to these kind of unhealthy environments, you can see that getting reflected later on in their life, which is what most of them don't know, don't have an idea, because they think after a certain age they look okay, during certain period of time they would be okay, and afterwards they go through terrible times in their life, and but still they are getting into a life where it looks like they have some problems, or they are not able to cope up with pressure and things, like, because they kind of learned many things which they don't know how to process it, or they get the wrong example how to behave in front of them, or if someone is under abusive relationship, they still take it thinking that that's how we have seen our parents going through, it's fine for us also, they don't take an action, they are all together only. These are the things that keeps going on. I can talk about it in separate thing about abusive, how that works, because personally I went to a extent, as I was saying, that is not another person. So I've also gone through the phases where I was pleasing and doing all the things possible, and I was exhausted sometimes. I'm exhausted, and I do many things, and then people take for granted, right? Just take for granted, oh, if he's there, he will do it. But I was doing it because I felt like I needed to do that to prove that I was worthy also. Okay, I felt I have always had to do something to make myself worthy in front of the other person, or to show that I'm worthy for your friendship, I'm worthy for your relationship, I'm worthy for being your son, or being you being your brother, you being your sister, like whatever. Just I'm saying, to own that place, I always thought that I have to do something, to perform something, because I was not sure about myself. I wasn't knowing what is my what was my worth also, in terms of whatever it is. I was just like living with others' validation. So I constantly put through so many. I always kept on doing this, and then it came to a final culmination point of my life was at work. Also, I used to, like, literally. I couldn't say no. That was a major thing for difficulty. And then I came to a point. I knew that I was just completely in an environment where I was being used. If it is used, means normal for your use. I was abused in my work in a way that I was exploited, or whatever ways, to be put so much of pressure, irrespective whether, you see, I wasn't sure how much I can handle pressure. Okay, doesn't mean that the more you say yes, okay, I'll do, they just tend to take more and more thing out of you. Okay, so I didn't know. I was just doing everything. Okay, I'll do everywhere. I was pleasing. I was in a mode of pleasing all of them, everybody, from my family till whomever I meet. I was in a mode of pleasing. Even whatever in my gay relationships, whatever, I was trying to please them by just like buying them, or whatever it is. I was just paying for it, or whatever we had go through. I was just literally spending everything and doing everything. I was doing it for others, to for what? First to also first to get kind of an attention or a love, and also to get feel worthy, that I was feeling, okay, if I do this only, I will be able to, they'll respect me, or my worth is known to them, or something of that nature. I was just putting all these things onto me, and it came to the point where my relationship took me to the climax of my thing was to show that I was in the most abusive relationship I was. Okay, the extremes of my life has happened in the relationship where mental abuse was just beyond imagination. Mental abuse. The physical abuse was another drastic thing which I never thought imagined that I would go through so much of physical abuse. The third one is the sexual abuse. Sexual abuse, to be, I shouldn't be using these words, but to be in a relationship and to be sexually abused was the worst ever thing to think about, because you're trusting some other person to be with you, not to be abused, right? Like, that is the level it put me through, because where I found out why did this happen to me was the question. Why this happened to me? What did it lead me to this point of time where, and also to the point where I was dead. Okay, so I was just beyond belief. I couldn't tell this to anybody. None of my friends are around, because I'll tell about that relationship abuse separate video. But this is what I came to a point in questioning, what does this happen to me? Why did this happen to me? I was believing I was doing the right thing. That is where the biggest lesson came to me, was to learn about self-love. The self-love is nothing but you love yourself. You should love yourself first. First thing, I misunderstood self-love between being selfish and self-love is not being selfish. Self-love is first first thing is to love all what you're born like this. This is you. Each one is beautiful in their own way. Do you think like that? You need not be judging a person based on certain looks, based on certain color, based on certain way. That is all media propagated, or people have manipulated from ages to say that this skin color is the best, this looks are the best because we see the advertisements, or this body structure is the best. You should go beyond that and think about human beings as human, unique beings. Unique. Each one is unique. Okay. Each one is beautiful creation of God. That is the level you should start in. And you should think that you are created by God, and you are created in His eyes, and you are beautiful in your own way. How good it is to think like that. Don't ever, ever, never ever think that someone outside to say that you are looking beautiful. Don't look in your own eyes, and then say you're beautiful. Keep saying this. I am beautiful. I love myself. This is the very first thing you have to say every single day. Once you do your meditation, or just go to when you're going to brush or anything, just look at yourself and I love myself. Just feel it and say it. I love my body. I love my, and you just see each part of your body. You love it, and it's working at its best. You keep loving yourself. That you need not love anybody else. I'm saying you. This is the magic of everything. A transformation magic happens through this one thing, just self-love. I'm telling you, most of us never ever thought about this concept. And if you have thought about, you wouldn't have implemented that much, or you wouldn't have given. Just do this every single day. This is something I just want to tell everybody out there. It is like universally saying, each one start doing that. You would start seeing the difference in your own environment. You will see that the people that coming into your life have a different look at you. The people who come into your life are looking, being nicer to you, kinder to you. Is that it would be amazing change. Okay, do this one. Self-love and know your worth. You worth it. You are enough. So these three things: I love myself. I am worth it. I am I am enough. Three things. Just keep telling it, and the more you say in different ways. You should just don't say looking at, don't say it in an artificial way. Just say it from your heart that I am lovable. I am worthy. One second, sorry. Yes, sir. There's an interruption. Okay. So just from your heart, feel it and tell it. I know it might be difficult looking at your what am I looking like this? What is this happening? Should I laugh? What is this nonsense? No, do it. I'm saying you do it, do it, and you will see that people would admire you. You are not the one. What you think outside is what attracts people or makes people, other people, look at you and feel great about you. What they say, like your eyes shows your mind, right? What is the beauty of your mind and all. So what you show, what is within you, what are you inside, comes out through your eyes, right? So that is what you improve your inside. You're doing meditation, you're doing your then loving yourself. This is the bigger major transformation of your life, would be doing the second thing also. It's another major shift in your life. Okay, do this. Just try every single day, irrespective of what happens. But don't ever judge yourself. You might be looking thin or fat or whatever you want to term. Don't use any negativity. Don't criticize yourself. Please don't do that. That is the worst thing you can do to yourself, is to disrespect yourself by using negative thought. Ah, you're like this one, you're stupid, you're a fool, you do. The words have so much power that it's an image that you create yourself. It's all just out there, and it just makes others look at you the same way. Okay, the more you think negative, the more you start showing that to people. Okay, maybe a few days you can act and put all this thing, but you know internally there's like there was a big garbage collecting inside because you've been hiding that entire. I have a very bad example, but I don't know in YouTube they allow such things or not. So let's not collect all that garbage inside us. It's time to say I love myself before you say I love you. Okay, because the entire magic is in your whole, look at your whole surroundings will change. The people, the way they look at you, the way they way there where you felt like you had no love, where you felt people are not loving me enough, people are not kinder to me, people are, you first bring in that qualities in you. Okay, be that first love. Okay, so just love yourself, do this and see the changes in your environment. I will the more things I will talk about why this happens in another video, where I'll talk about a little bit of quantum physics and things like that, which kind of helps us to scientifically show that this is good, this is the reason. Okay, and I'm going to talk more about the universe and how the law of attraction, all these works, so that that is a separate video. But just for now, no need to understand those difficult things to get into your mind at this point of time if you're new. But if you already know, it's well and good, you know what it is. And I'm just talking to people who just have no idea about this. But then please, if you feel you're not worthy, if you're feeling that kind of thought, if you have so much of hate, like hatred of for yourself when you're alone, not in front of others, when you're alone, when you sit in a place, can you be with yourself silently? Can you sit and just look at yourself? And do you get all negative thoughts or just any positive thoughts? This is your thing. This is for those people I'm talking to. And just talking to you, you can change your life by loving yourself. Everybody is lovable. There is nothing called as once you raise your consciousness, once you become more and more, that's what the spiritual life is, where you come to an understanding that all of us are one. Okay, that is where we come to. But before that, we'll be in a very low vibration where we don't understand. We think we are individuals, we have to live, we are like this, we are looking good, we are looking bad, we have to be white, we have to be brown, dark brown, this one, that color, this color, Chinese, Oriental, this and that, all under different things. We are divided in so many ways, and we think we are individuals, we are working in our own ways, organizations or countries or whatever. We are so divided, but that is the mistake which we have. We, end of the day, all of us are in the same thing. That is what this tree of life also depicts, because I am not sure whether I am showing which side to go. This is what tree of life. Okay, where you, if you have watched the movie Avatar, you would see, right, how the roots are all connected and you follow the tree. So we are all connected. Okay, we are all not only human beings, we're all connected with the all animals, plants. The entire being is connected, and it is connected to the higher power. Okay, so think you are all equal. But why this misery is because we are not using the right tools to come up in life and to bring others back into their level of being. We have been suppressed so much. We have, because of these things, these are the programmings that have gone in and made us feel unworthy, unloved, and to keep us low in a lower vibration. I'll talk about the vibration in the next video, or the video in one of the videos which are coming. But then this is one of the key things. Please do it. Please, just irrespective of whatever it is, just do it. You might hate yourself 100%. You don't want to see in the mirror. Just how much disrespect is that for yourself? You think about that. What is so bad that you feel that much is what we have to question, if at all it comes to. But definitely seek for help if you're in that state of mind, or just reach out to people like us who are there to help you out, being non-judgmental of whatever is gone in your life. And I'll be talking about these videos because I've learned so many things, and I've a lot of interest towards psychology and people who hurt themselves, who are so much having pain within themselves. How to identify them, help them out. And I want to do this as part of my future work as well, to help people who suffer a lot in silence. And mental health is one of the key things that we need to focus on. So this is one of the video where I just trying to establish some basic things that if you're not in that extreme cases, I would rather just start off, and also just pass on this information to all your family. If you're married, you tell your wife, your kids and all. Just start, like, see what comes through. These are nothing. You're not going to pay for anything. It's all like yourself, like brushing itself. You can, when you're brushing, just do. But what I say, live in the present moment, focus on the activity. When you brush your teeth. So rather than that, once you do, just look at yourself and just say these things. When you're even while showering, you can imagine yourself and say that, and tell your body that you're looking good, and just feel that thing. Okay, just feel your body, just feel thankful for having such a wonderful body, and the body, mind, and how you're just thanking it. Okay, if you have to make your all your entire, even each part of your body happy. If not, if you say, my legs are short, my legs are not looking good, my hands are not like this, this one is there. Just embrace everything. You are beautiful in your own ways. Okay, so there's nothing to be worried about. And I just seen so many motivational videos where your life can transform like this. Yes, there are people who are here, who are living this world, who are handicapped, right? Like, think about them, who have gone through so many years. There could be people who have met with the accidents, who have just like many things, disasters have happened, and lost life, not life, I'm saying just lost some things in their life, and they would have from acid attacks and things like that. You think how people could live like that, and when people like them could overcome and survive, what is that so difficult for people like us who are blessed with everything in terms of and only even then we are unsatisfied, is something that we are doing something wrong, right? So think about that. Look at someone who's in those life. Think we could have been in that first spot. An acid attack couldn't happen to anybody. For example, I'm not trying to trigger anything. If someone is watching that thing, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to trigger anything of you, but just saying that amount of courage that they would have. I'm just using that as an example because it gives you an idea of what kind of people live in this world, what courage they have. I mean, maybe to me you look, what, you might look good or what. No, I mean, I was never this person. Like just to be going into a physical abuse, or even that much. Okay, if you feel that I'm looking good or anything, I didn't feel like that till last year. I felt to a certain extent, but that is what I'm saying. So you just think, so what more could I have got than this one, that I didn't value it till now. But the very moment I embraced that, my world changed. My world started changing. That is where I had to go through this entire process to understand who I am and what I can do and how unique I am, and to appreciate what God has given me. Okay, and even look, or even just as a person, the qualities that I have, to appreciate that, not to live a superficial life of looking at a movie star or looking at an ad, how their body is built, 6-pack or 10-pack, whatever packs they have, they should be like this, built like this. No, no, no. Your natural way of healthy living, like your mind is your positive thoughts, positive outlook for life, and how you are treating yourself will will transform your life so much. So just self love, and you know that you're worth it, and I am enough. So these three things keep on saying every single day. There are lots of affirmations which I'll tell you that in another video as the videos comes up, but just this is one quick video for you to follow. So hopefully all of you do this thing. So I might have talked about my many of my personal experiences, but then that is to just to show that you can do anything you want, whatever your stage. You're in a very dark place in this point of time, you can come out of it. If you're depressed, you can come out of it. Do the meditation, do this thing. The second one, self-love. Two things you do, I promise you, you will see changes in your life. I promise you can get out of that, get out of the depression, get out of, become the strong person you are, and you will see the transformation already happening. Do it every single day, any point of time. I would say best is when you're showering or anything, you feel like telling, or when you're finishing showering, after you finish, you look at the mirror and then say, just say that, and feel happy about your body, feel comfortable in your own skin, feel good about it. Okay, that is my humble request from here. So with that, ending this video, and I hope you liked it, and if you are still there with me, and I'm so thankful for your time, and I hope that I've created some value by sitting for many minutes. And also just anyways, there's like, I send out my healings to all of you, and I'll try to tell this in front before that, so that you you can understand that the healing energy keeps coming through this channel whenever you watch this, and I'm happy to happy to have been part of your life and to part of your transformation journey. So thank you, and thanks for being with me, and please do subscribe, share, and comment, and like the video. And I would be happy if you're a new person, please do subscribe, and definitely if you like my videos and things, I would be posting more such videos. So please do help me grow this channel, and I'm trying my level best to pass on this message to many people as possible. I'm not here to become famous, but that is one thing which I just wanted to share this information, and to send out this positive vibes and positive message to everybody, as many people as possible, especially the youngsters, school children. If you are having kids and things, please pass on this information to them, please. I want them all to be really equipped, like say, these are all what to say, the tools that helps them, like it is just like guarding them for their own like, I'm not getting the right word. I just think if you feel that your kid needs to be protected, this is a way of, once they get that courage to stand for themselves, they cannot be bullied, they cannot be none of them can need to go through any of that thing. They know their worth. Bullying comes from people who don't love. Teach them self-love, the ones who are bullying, because they hate themselves. That's why they throw that in they project that hate onto the ones who are weaker. So those are the things. So you just need to understand, I'm so much interested in working with children to make them happy. That's what my life, I just want them to live a life which I didn't get to live. In a way, I was suffering a lot, but I want all the kids to go through a wonderful life. Only thing, if someone tells them some techniques which are very wonderful techniques, very simple techniques, I'll tell you in future videos, they're going to have an amazing life. Okay, so they need not worry about anybody bullying or anything. Even the bullying person can be taught and trained, and to look at and change themselves. Okay, so we can do many things like that. So it's all of us together, we work together and change this world together. Okay, so with that message, I'm closing this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Thank you.